All right, technology's really pissing me off. Stand by at any rate. I see you fix the world. Night shadows. Night shadows. The children of Cain and much. I got my blue ray blocking glasses on. I can't watch that now. I'm so tired. It's late, man. The ads are gay on BitChute and Rumble. They're bad. Even on YouTube, they're pissing me off. But at least they're not as obnoxious on YouTube as they are. Well, they kind of are. But BitChute, they'll show the ad and then you'll skip it and they'll show it again. And then you have to skip it again. And it's annoying, man. It's annoying as fook. There's nothing I can do about it. Deanna Reinhardt's new. Her channel's blocked. I saw what you said. Did you try that civil rights lawyer that I mentioned? Brian, he's out of West Virginia, but last night's video was, he's a civil rights lawyer. He might help you, I don't know. Franny says, he saves my videos for watching after you go through all the rest of the stuff on this platform and when you get to relax. My wordsmith game is strong. I didn't even know I was doing it. Maybe I did know I was doing it. I don't know. Let's get through this real quick because it is late. I'm just going to give you the Cliff Notes version. I brought up, let's just say we're taking a look at police and the police state and the tyranny, police tyranny, and I'm going to look at it more and more and react to it. But I brought up Dearborn not too long ago, saying that Dearborn, Michigan is heavily Muslim. Yeah, well, guess what this is? This is their police patch. What do you see there? Arabic. Right chair. Dearborn, Michigan. The police patch that they wear, I don't know what arm, right or left, doesn't matter, is written in Arabic. In part. Stand by at any rate. Damn. Pook. This is annoying me. Hold on. Before I get into that, I want to say, Franny, I am very appreciative of your positivity, and because I've watched some of your videos, you're very smart. You're a very smart guy. You do your fucking homework. I know you do. So that's a huge compliment coming from you. I appreciate you, man. Dearborn Heights, Heights, Dearborn, Michigan. Dearborn Heights Police Department now has the nation's first ever police uniform patch in Arabic. Sharia law, literally. This goes with what I showed you last night that only got 67 views on this platform. Nobody's paying attention. Well, if this shit happens to you, you get pulled over by a New World Order cop, and they want to frame you, they want to lie about you, they want to arrest you, and you're innocent. Maybe that'll get your attention. I'm trying to get people's attention now, much like other people in this community, about these New World Order police that are out there. They're tyrants. I don't even know if they've been vetted, but it doesn't matter. They're on the force, and they use force to innocent people. I watched a video tonight from that same channel I showed you, the civil rights lawyer. Go look at it. The last video. 67-year-old man in not Manchester, whatever town he was in. Started with a man, and man something. It was at night, probably 11 o'clock or so. It was at night. No cars in the street. This is kind of a small town, it looked like. He jaywalked. There's no cars. It was desolate. He went to a car wash across the street that had Pepsi and Coke machines. He wanted a Pepsi or a Coke, one or the other. He wanted a sody pop, as they say over there in his region. All right? He wanted a soda. There happened to be a cop in the area. It's at night. No traffic. Nobody walked, nothing. This cop swoops in on him as he's getting ready to buy get his 50-cent can of soda. I didn't even know there was still 50 cents in the machines. This cop wants to cite him for jaywalking. 67-year-old man. This cop pushes him up against the guy. Said, "What am I doing? What are you talking about?" That's bullshit, Jay. That's a trivial thing. That's nothing. You're gonna bust my chops over because I crossed the street and there's no cars on the street, and because I crossed the street diagonally or whatever, or didn't go on this crosswalk. You're gonna uh, bust my chops. I'm not gonna allow you to arrest me. The 67-year-old was pretty much said real quick this was happening. That cop picked him up, threw him on the ground, broke his ribs so bad that at the emergency room they were considering putting plates in there to hold his ribs in place so they could heal. That's how severe the injuries were. This happened like real fast. Not only that, right after the takedown, an army of cops were surrounding him. They had nothing better to do. Nothing better to do. If you think this can't happen to you, think again. Think again. All right? I hope it doesn't. The trolls need this to happen to them because the trolls suck out there. You thumbs down clowns. When you go low, we go high here. Read between the lines, trolls. That's for you. Sit and spin. But this is the police state. Now in Dearborn, Michigan. Sharia law. Arabic. Written in Arabic. Right there. Right there. Police. You know, police is short for policies. When I was in college, I took a course in, what was it, policy? Something policy. It was about policies. And my, I guess he was a professor. I don't know if he was an instructor. I think he was a professor. But anyway, we learned that police officers really don't have the power that they do. They're enforcing policies. They're not really enforcing laws. Why aren't they called? Well, yeah, they changed it to law enforcement, but police officers is what they started out with, right? Policy enforcers. Is a policy a law? There's a lot of shadiness going in this Freemason brotherhood out there. But here we are. In accordance with explanatory memorandum on the general strategic goal for the Brotherhood in North America. Listen to this. Enablement of Islam in North America, meaning establishment or establishing an effective and stable Islamic movement led by the Muslim Brotherhood. The process of settlement is a, quote, civilization jihadist process. I repeat, the process of settlement is a civilization jihad process. These are my blue light glasses, in case you're wondering. A civilization jihadist process. Their settling here is part of their civilization jihadist process. With all the work. All right, so let me roll forward. The Ikhwan, IKHWAN, the Ikhwan must understand that their work in America is a kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its quote-unquote miserable house by their hands and the hands of the believers so that it is eliminated and Allah's religion is made victorious over all other regions. Translation, the enemy is within. It's been allowed to come within, obviously from the southern border, even the northern border, and you have Dearborn heavily settled by Somalis, these Muslims, right? And their goal is to, well, we're just here to sit, we're just here to settle, we just want to have a house and be left alone in America. No, they're not here to assimilate. They're here as could be like a cell, like a sleeper cell, only they're not so sleepy. And now they're in the police department. They're infiltrating and allowed to infiltrate because America we have to have this inclusivity shit, right? Can't offend the browns, can't offend this Muslim religion. We got to include them. Damn full well they don't have our best interest. They're not assimilating with us, are they? Are they walking around Dearborn Heights with a Dearborn Heights written in English police patch? Just that? No. Included is their Arabic. They're allowed to take over. We're allowing them to take over because we've gotten too soft, all done by design, and now the enemy is taking a foothold in the police force in Dearborn, Michigan. All right? And if you think this is just going to stop right there, think again. If you followed me for any time during the scamdemic, I came across information that I shared with you that there were actual Chinese police stations in America. Oh yeah, and their primary goal right now, which is a weird thing, having a Chinese police station in America, but then again, having Russia Today, that newspaper, online newspaper, Russia Today, as one of our news sources. That's kind of strange, but anyway, I digress. At any rate, Chinese police stations to monitor the Chinese people that came here to settle to get away from communism. Chinese stations, police here to monitor them. We've been infiltrated. We have the illusion that we're still America, okay? Unless you've been under a rock the last 9 or 10 years with this bullshit BLM, Antifa, burning this down, knocking down historic statues. There's attack on white people now, white male toxicity. This is a war being waged on us, a cultural war being waged on us. Our borders wide open. These people are not here to assimilate. Does that look like, is that assimilation? These Somalis or these Muslims that moved to Dearborn, I'm going to say they're invaders. I venture to say that probably, I'll use the news term, allegedly, illegals. I'm going to say allegedly, because that's what the news likes to say. Allegedly, this person killed this. Allegedly, that person stole that. Are they here? Are they assimilating? What's next? What's next? Are we going to have... Remember I covered that information that they were going to make the illegals, like in places like Chicago, become cops? Like the Mexicanos and stuff? It didn't happen, as far as I know. But that was on the table. That was on the table. They're going to deputize and hire fucking illegals to be cops in our country, in these blue areas. So you're going to have Spanish, Espanol on the patch. This is not America. When I'm on YouTube and they have a commercial and it's all in Chinese or it's all in Espanol, this is not America. They're letting us know. They're letting us know, in my humble but yet correct opinion, that we have been taken over. It just hasn't become, full bloom yet. We still have the illusion of, well, hey, we have 4th of July. Oh, you got Thanksgiving. Well, you still have Christmas. You got Valentine's Day. You got Halloween. America, right? Yeah. Yeah, you got St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. We still have America? Does that look like we have America? Does that look like America is not fall? Does that look like America has fallen or not fallen? Or Dearborn's just the tip of the iceberg? Franny, you still there? You the man. You really are. You're in Australia, down under. I really appreciate all of you in the comment section, except for the fucking trolls. Oh, I gotta add more to this. Get a load of this. This is my Blu-ray glasses. I know, they look like libtard. They look like the glasses that the libtards wear on their fake news, like Rachel Madcow or Richard Madcow. Hey, why do these libtards always have to have pointy black glasses? It's ridiculous. Now, who created this patch? You would think it would be a Muslim that created it, but no. We're talking about Dearborn, Michigan. Where? In Michigan. Where? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of conservatives up there, but I'm sure there's a lot of libtards. Like, this officer in the Dearborn Police Department, Officer Emily Murdoch. This patch was created by Officer Emily Murdoch. This patch was created by Officer Emily Murdoch, who designed it to reflect and honor the diversity of our community. An officer, Fox News, September 5th, 2025. Officer Emily Murdoch of the Dearborn Police Department decided, because, hey, big thumbs up DEI, she's a libtard, let's have a patch with some Arabic on there. And the Dearborn Police Department must have said, yeah, that's a good idea. Inclusivity, DEI. Ridiculous. It's supposed to represent unity, respect, and our shared commitment to service. Well, time out. What country are we in? Huh? What country is this? This is America, right? English, bitch. English. English only. Solamente, as they say in Espanol. Solamente means only. All right? If I go to China, are they going to put English words on their patch, or is it all in Chinese, those weird symbols that they all have to remember? It's ridiculous. Any country worth the salt, they're going to have fucking damn their own language on their police thing. Now, if you go to the airport in China, they're going to have directions written in English because you have different people walking through and they have to read, you know, navigate through this thing. But as an officer, you're an officer, a police officer. You're obviously a government employee, even though government employees are funded by the citizens via taxes. Your wording on your uniform should be reflective of the English. I mean, the language that is spoken in your country. No compromising there. Absolutely no compromising at all. You can have English on the roadways because you do have expats that are in different countries like Vietnam, and maybe you have to put in English, south a direction, certain words on the road, things like that. But when it comes to government officials, police and all that, methinks that stick to the your own language. In other words, if you're in China, have police written in Chinese. If you're in Vietnam, have police written in Vietnamese. If you're in France, have the word police, la policia, or whatever they say over there in France. Same thing with Italian, la policia. I mean, I don't know what it is in French, but I'm just an example. This is nothing more than, this is diversity and everything is nothing more than a takeover, is what it is. And here's another thing. Our country has been, our country's, this United States, they call it the melting pot. Well, people from all over the world, immigrants came here legally, right? They came here legally. The Irish, the Fighting Irish, the Scottish, the British, right? The Aussies, to an extent. I mean, the Italians definitely came here and helped build this country. The Chinese, the Germans, the Scots, etc. came here, all right? But they, you know what they did? They learned our culture. They assimilated into our culture. They didn't say, hey, we got to have diversity and equity and all this shit. So I demand that my language is on the police patch. I demand that it's written in Gaelic for the Irish. I think that's a dying language for them. I demand that it's written in French for the French that came here. I demand that it's written in Italian. We need to have an Italian La Policia on the patch. We need to have a Ruski word for police on your patch to show that we're all in this together. Bullshit. It's police or whatever it is on the patch. We don't need your damn Arabic. We don't need your damn any other language. It's America, or is it? It's not really. This is just another example of we've been taken over. What other domino is going to fall next? What other city is going to be? What the police are going to have written in Arabic or written in Espanol or something on their patch? Huh? Better wake up, America, and every other country that's been allowed to be taken over. It's unreal. That's what I got for you. It's late, and I'm out.